Yo, dog, I heard you like Mirage. So now I'm gonna Mirage your Mirage. Probably not stopping the Iron Patriot here, but it is what it is. Alright, so they have a 2/4, what's it called? Well, they played the Iron Patriot card out, so I don't have to worry about a discount, which is nice. I mean, that's honestly not terrible for us. I think I merge the hood into... Mirage only copies characters now. She was updated a little bit ago. Yeah, it might just be Sentry Viper, no, Dormammu. I think you're right. I don't think they're likely to Carnage the right this turn. Think we're dead. This is as big as I can get with the bishop. At 29 here, so they did a 10 ball. Oh my goodness, the debris stopped the dog. We were good either way though, yeah. The dog would have been +5. Victory. But fun that the debris was meaningful. On to the next, shall we? Got our crowd chat. We're such a winner. We're such a winner. You want Viper to go back to 2 cost? Absolutely not. Not with her. Not with her always passing the lowest. Did you lie to me and tell me that my boy the Destroyer is fairly playable? There will be a Spectrum Destroyer highlight on the YouTube channel tomorrow morning. We played it for the first hour or so of the stream and it was very serviceable. Angela Gaming. Name I haven't heard in a while. Serviceable is not clickbait enough. I think I'm gonna go with Spectrum Destroyer is on a warpath in 2025. And then put warpath in the... Put warpath in the, what's it called, the thumbnail? What do we think of leaving Hood alive so that way I can Dormammu this path? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it. Must buy Warpath down. It is going to be clickbait that gets people to buy Warpath, so maybe I should feel bad about that. They have fat plus 0 Dormammu bonus. Listen, beggars won't be choosers. Dormammu will eat her rocket. She will be happy about it. "24 is assuredly enough, yes." Shang-Chi! Fuck that guy in particular. Oh, that's a good call. We should Clea before we rituals. That way, if they jugger it on us, we can ritual it in over here. That's a great call out. Good catch. Free thing to play around. Realistically, I should put no, I shouldn't put Elsa Bloodstone first. I don't want her to get eaten. Hack Mage, thank you for the 3.5 years. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. I think I'm gonna Mirage middle, and then next turn will Carnage Hood Ritual, and then the following turn will Debris second Ritual, and then we can summon the Dormammu over here. Bugbarian! Thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do I want Werewolf jumping around while I cast spells? It makes it significantly more complicated, but is it better? Probably. Makes me less likely to be able to debris their Angela. It gives me another big stat line on the board. Maybe I don't debris. Nah, we're gonna debris. That's right, we wouldn't have gotten to debris them anyways. There's a land shark here. I think it's this. Do I want to end the Werewolf center? I think I want to end the Werewolf center. I'm gonna miss a point on Dormammu, but I think I want to end the dog in the middle. Cool, fun game. Really glad they left that dickhead nerfed. Game is so much better when he's not around. Do I go Misery or do I go 2-2? Dormammu is 19. They're down 3 on the left, technically. So they're at 11. No, I guess they have the Elsa and the Angela, right? So they're down 1 technically. They're at 13. Is 24 enough on the left, or do I need to go up to 27? Do I win the other 2 if I go all in here? Is the question. We won after our pupper was obliterated. Not bad, not the JPG. Enchantress feels like a weird one for them to be playing still. When she was a 4 cost, I think she made a lot of sense in their archetype, but with her costing 5 seems not great. All right, well, this build is feeling sweet again. We liked this the other day in Diner before they buffed Dormammu, and post-buff, feeling kind of clean. I'm going to go ahead and roll an advert. We'll be back in 120 seconds. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play some more of this when we return. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you enjoy assessing all sorts of interesting things, make sure you tap the like button to keep the content coming 7 days a week. That's some of my lunch trash real quick on the break. I have a fun parent story, but I need to find a picture really quick to give it context. So, there's a little bit less of it now, but my children are in Cub Scouts, and it's fundraising season for them. So, this was my living room at the start of the season when we loaded all the popcorn in for the pack. And the kids are home from school today, and I came upstairs, and I was like, Haley, why are there a bunch of jars? Why are there a bunch of jars of popping kernels on the floor? Those were in a box when I came down to work this morning. And she goes, "What? I needed a box." And she had the box from the popping corn, and she had like a blanket in it with all of her stuffies and toys arranged inside of it. I was like, "All right, that'll be okay. You can keep the box. I've got others in the garage waiting to be recycled." Scotty Long, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Better ask for forgiveness than permission. Yep. Yes, it is a lot of popcorn. Our the Cub Scout pack that Christy and I help run with some other volunteers. I think we have 55 or 60 scouts in it this year. Probably about 2/3 of them sell some amount of stuff to fundraise for their activities. Pay for camping and gear and stuff. Arts and crafts. Well, that's a good question. I never shared the links. Let me I can post those in chat in the Discord server. I meant to do it earlier, and then when Christy got them, I wasn't live anymore. Let me grab those and I can post them in chat. They do. If anybody wanted to support my kids' pack, I can send a link. They ship it out all over the country in the US. Are we breaking anything? I think we're just debris. I think I just want to prioritize getting them clogged over here. I think waiting to Sentry and then Viper in 2 turns telegraphs too much what we're doing. I would rather get this going right away. Also, if I Viper this turn, I can Misery the Viper next turn and try and kick a rock over as well. All right, there's a link. I think we're gonna try and Viper them here, and then we'll put a demon somewhere? Question mark. And then Viper's dying, so we'll summon a ritual here. Misery mid for more rocks. No, I want to clean up my location here. I think. Plus there's like I said, I think there's a chance that they fill some of it here too. What cut does Jeff get from the popcorn? I forget what the exact percentage is, but I think it's something like in the 25 to 35% range. Ends up going back into the kids' programs from the costs of the product. It's a pretty good percentage. It's not like Girl Scout cookies where like they sell a box of cookies and the troop gets a quarter or whatever it is. That's very small. This will put them to 5 here. It'll put us to 5, and then this will move away. Oh no, it puts us to 4, so she doesn't move. I forgot our rock was getting smaller. Rip. All right, so how big do I expect them to get on the right? At most, like +8. Meaning making a rock should be good here. Yeah, I think we make a rock and then we sacrifice the dog and we call it a day. Evan, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, Brood. I think we're bigger than Brood Surfer, yeah? Yeah, they're only going to 15 and Dormammu is 19. Listen, chat, some of these characters will have to die. This is a sacrifice we are willing to make. Take a gold ticket. Plug it along. The Roller Dude, always happy to drop off this Prime sub for the highest quality streamer on the platform. Thank you for dropping off for 3.5 years. It's a long time. Welcome back. The Old Yeller takes the win. Superflow. The Mirage here. Deck should be renamed Old Yeller. I mean, we don't typically sacrifice the dog. So, just as a good, like, deck building lesson / tip, a deck like what we are currently playing is not a deck where you should take it and cut Dormammu for something else because you're missing Dormammu. So there are plenty of reasonable builds of Werewolf by Night that exist that don't play Dormammu. You shouldn't take this deck and cut Dormammu from it. You should just play a different deck that doesn't want to play Dormammu to begin with. Well, this game got real weird real fast. There is a turn 7 this game, so that was a fucking lie. Who? There is a turn 7, chat. Make an honest man out of that, Limbo, we will. Boy, howdy, yes, we will. Turn 7 unlocked, yep. We could feed Dormammu an ice cube, couldn't we? That's a good take. What if I do this? And then we like gobble up over here. I'm kind of into that. What office chair do you use? I've been working remotely a lot more now, and my behind is paying for it. So, fun story. I actually just got shipping notification for a brand new chair from FlexiSpot that makes all my other office equipment in the house. So I have their OC6 office chair at the moment that I've been very happy with. I've had it for a couple of years. We actually bought a second version of it a second copy of it for Christy for her office upstairs. I should have a new toy momentarily. All right, so let's summoning ritual here and then flames here. And then I think we're still just chilling. Do I want to end the dog right? Oh yeah, probably. And then I'm guaranteed to break the ice cube next, or to eat the void next turn. Yeah, that's a good call. All right, so I need another cheap odd reveal, right? Not misery. I want not misery. This fucking game. No, wait, that's fine. That's fine, actually, right? I have enough energy. So we go flames here. We're still winning here. Summoning ritual jumps the dog back to here. Misery jumps it to here, and then I just don't play the demon. Yeah, we good. We good. This deck's such a wild mix of cards. It's super fun. Really, it doesn't look like it's gonna come together very often, and then you start looking through it and you're like, man, this is weird, but it works. Doggo, 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 doggo. Doggo, 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 doggo. Man, almost got all three there. Victory. Yes, yeah, the final resurrection spell, cleaning the void out for you, is gasoline. Guaranteed way, basically. Super flow for the second game in a row. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up! Merlin's about to put on a little makeup. I like this is a father-daughter deck too. Who's the father-daughter? Are Clea and Dormammu related? Who's daddy daughter? I'm not familiar with these bits of Marvel lore. Clea is Dormammu daughter. Excellent. Listen, chat. This probably isn't the correct play, but I'm not here to not debris the Bar Sinister, okay? All right, Merlin. I'm gonna need you to no more omniversal presences, Merlin. Wiki says Clea is Dormammu's niece. Okay. Yeah. I'm here to gamble. Let's do it. I believe in Merlin. Believe in Merlin. I can't tell if that's good for them or bad for them. Feels like it could go either way, really. This works out nicely. We get to clear a rock and then slide Clea in here. She gives us a spell. Oh, now I'm sad. Does that ruin me? I think that ruins me. I guess I should have known that was coming, huh? That's on me. I'm gonna polymorph this rock, and then I'm gonna play Marvel Boy, and then Marvel Boy puts all his points over here. What a super fun game of Marvel Snap. Very, very unique. This type of game really hammers home why this game is awesome, because I could play another 1,000 games of Marvel Snap in my life, or tens of thousands, and never experience this game again. Doctor Strange didn't pull more. When Doctor Strange's odd reveal happened, the location was technically full. The spell doesn't go away opening the slot until after it's done. Is it better to Misery for the unlikely tiebreaker? Yeah, maybe. Crazy unique game. Also feels good to take tech card slop and shove it in a freaking trash can. I know they just buffed your stuff, gamer, but go away. Nobody loves you. Sap is pretty good for this one cool game that happened kind of stories. Absolutely. I think I want to get Dormammu going. And watching Carnage eat Clea certainly gets Dormammu going. Oh, that joke hits a little different after the previous family relation discussion we just had. These locations kind of suck. I'm gonna debris over here because I want more things to summon and control into. We'll see if I'll remember this deck when Dormammu finally rotates into my shop. Narrator, I won't. Well, that's speaking of unique series of events. They could be a Shang-Chi deck, given all the other tech cards in the Zabu, but the way my resources line up here, I think I need to do this. I think it's this. This gives us 14 in the center and 16 on the right and 19 on the left. Do you have any opinion on Prodigy over Bastion as a Victoria hand enabler? I mean, what's his name is much better. I'm a little scared about this 14 in the center shit. Regrets of playing for the right. Oh, yikes. Cooked. Need to put Mobius mid. Just a bit of a flip here if the opponent had put the Hulk in the center. We end up dying. I think the best thing I can tell you is Bastion is reasonable and probably slot optimal in a number of... Bastion is probably slot optimal in a number of Victoria hand decks, but also the decks are still fine without him because they were playable before him, so prioritizing getting something like Dormammu that unlocks a new deck as opposed to Bastion, which just makes existing Victoria hand decks a bit better, is probably a fine use of resources. I really just don't want to play 800 more games against this person. I think that's what I miss the most about Deadpool's Diner, is having a clean way to play games and not have to play 60 games against the same person. I'm gonna say I think we're behind here with the Snow Guard in the center, but there's a very good chance one of the unrevealed cards is Shang, yes. Two. Do I want to flip a coin on this going center? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's so frustrating. If this went center, we would have denied them that. Debris and Marble Boy can time it. No, they have because. So they're going to activate Danger, which kills one of my things. Then I debris a rock into here. So that way that rock has a chance to die to this instead of one of my things with power. For a game we're unfavored in, we have variations of the end game here that win us the game. It's pretty good. Ooh, Sraba. He's such a toxic card. I won the game and I still feel kind of mad about it. What a toxic MFR. That was our Iron Patriot card. That wasn't actually in their deck. You know, chat. I feel like Viper deserves Gold Crackle. I'm gonna give her a spin. Benjamin. That is. Oh, you know what that is? Ben was midway rigging it so I would get my Gold Crackle here. Sometimes when he's like setting the system up to guarantee my hit. That's good. It's good for the content if he guarantees my hits on occasion. Sometimes it causes the system to bug like that. Alright, hit me, Brood. It's so terrible. Why is it so hideous? What's my go-to deck for climbing each season? Welcome, Cookie Monster. If you're new to Hoaglandia, I don't really have a go-to deck. Usually we change decks every 60 to 90 minutes on stream. And the deck we get back to Infinite with each season is a range of decks as we rotate through a bunch of things like we do every single day. They did at least fix the collection level track ticket forever. That's true. This is a Dormammu game. I don't know that it's a Dormammu game. Might be like a Merlin use the wolf game. Yep. This is a thing to keep in mind, is you could summoning ritual, bricking it just to move the dog and manage your hand space. So that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, so werewolf is here. It's jumping to here. It's jumping to the center. It's jumping to the left. It's jumping back to the center. There's a lot of very scary, what's their called, links. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the throne room. We're certainly dead. Want to leave and look for it? Says we get an infinite ticket if we win this. We'll leave. We have debris and viper draws that are quite good in Hela, so that's our line here. But if opponent would have snapped me back on one, I would have just played it out best of one. But they're only snapping now because they hit their things, so full bounce. I'm only one more time. Escaped. Is that a hot take to want Agatha fully random? I think it's just a bad take. Agatha controlling every other turn is an interesting and meaningful deck building decision that spawned a new competitive deck. Whereas like when she's random, she's actually just an unplayable card. So yeah. Love it. We've got our debris in an Nexus game. Giddy up, Cowboys. I'm gonna eat the rock, and then next year we could go werewolf summoning ritual, and then we could start loading these up, and we'll set it up so we're clearing the debris plus the hood on the Nexus for the last stage. So we'll go debris into summoning ritual here. Have a bunch of points. Was Viper a good draw, chat? What do we think? Here's a question. Do I... What do we think of this? Just in case they fill this turn. I think I'm winning even if I Viper over just a rock. They have Legion, right? Not always, sometimes. I don't think I'm in a spot that I can play around Legion. I think playing around Legion there is super wrong. I'm not stepping back, but I'm gonna stay. Was Werewolf going to move right left after the spell? Yes. Well, that's a great draw. I should step back. Yeah, I should step back. Oh, they thought it was a Viper snap. They did. Okay, that's funny. I was like, why did they fill here? Because they thought it was Viper. I think I'm holding on to the demon for now. They can hella points onto the board, is the problem.
Minions to me.
This beats Ghost Rider, yeah? Oh, you know what I could actually do? I could do this, yeah? Sweet. Victory. This deck is such a novel pile of cards. Does Carnage eat misery there? He does. He does. He does, he does, he does. Alright. Gotta win one of the next 4 games. Yes, Carnage would eat the void there, is exactly right. This is exactly what we needed. Thanks, Brode. Thanks, Brode. Appreciate you. Is Carnage eating misery lore accurate? I think I read that fanfic one time. Was that a good draw, chat? I'm beating Hella here. I'm not beating Hella here, so I do this here. And if they play Hella here, we clog them and they lose. What a clinic. What a just absolute clinic. So again, we want a summoning ritual in the middle, because if they had played Hella here, we weren't beating her with what we already had, but if they played Hella here, she's 6 points, we were already winning this. So we want a Dormammu here to hedge them. Yeah. Now, I know some of you are thinking Clog deck beat Hella, we're clearly the good guy, but I would like to point out that this is what I like to refer to as a Batman situation, which is another way to say there's no good guys involved, but there is someone wearing spandex who beats up the mentally unwell that you could root for if you're into that sort of thing. That was super fun. What a phenomenally unique mix of cards. I really don't know that I would change everything. I feel like we used every bit of this Buffalo at different points during that set. If anything, I think the only card that stands out in my mind as maybe it doesn't belong is Mirage. She felt a little clunky with Merlin hand size stuff because Dormammu puts an extra card in her hand occasionally. I could see playing another cheap on reveal in her slot instead. Yeah, Nico could be okay. Nico is a card that destroys something for you sometimes. She also has a lot of just other random utility. Yeah, I think you could realistically play any 1 or 2 energy on reveal card in the Mirage slot and be pretty happy with it. Even leaving Mirage is fine. Mirage is like a pretty generically good Marvel Snap card at this point, since she got her 3rd point of power and she gives you a little bit of information. I feel like I would kind of like her slot to be another 1, so that way Marvel Boy has more things to buff on occasion. Having more 1s would also give us more games where we can go 1-drop into Carnage, eat the 1-drop. I think I like the Nico suggestion. It doesn't take a lot to sell me on let's play Nico Minaru in my hood deck. It's one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards of all time. So I think that's very reasonable. Yeah, Chavez could be okay. Korg, Iceman. Literally, I think you could close your eyes and pick a reasonable 1 or 2 energy on reveal, and that would be the slot. Definitely not Snow Guard, because like I said, one of the reasons I want to cut Mirage is because I felt like my hand size was tough to manage in a few spots. Yeah, Nico has marginal synergy with a ton of what we have going on here, right? Like, sometimes she buffs Clea, sometimes she copies something useful, sometimes she destroys something to get Dormammu's spell going. This one is 1000% staying in my deck editor, and I'm gonna put Nico in that slot. Do you plan to do a tier list this season? So I think the Series 4-5 tier list that I did fairly recently is still super accurate. I think my plan for this season, because we had so many new cards release, is next week after our last 2 cards. We have 2 cards releasing next week, a new Series 4 and a new Series 5. Is after I get a chance to play with the new Series 4 and the new Series 5 card, I think I'm gonna do a what's worth it from the season, kind of do like a mini tier list / review of like all the new cards from just this month, rather than a full, hour long 4 or 5 tier list that's really cumbersome. I think my plan is to do like a Series 4 or 5 full tier list rehash like once a quarter or so. And then on the months where we're not doing a full tier list rehash, we'll just do a quick review of the stuff that released that season. I think it's probably a good balance. I don't think people want to watch like a 45-minute Series 4 or 5 tier list every month. I think those numbers won't be great on it.